Howdy ho YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. So for today's video I've had a little bit of a change of plan from what I said I was going to do in my previous vlog. We've come round to the North Bank. Now this is one of my favourite swims on the complex. I decided in here because I'd seen a few fish in here before setting up. So I thought, well, it's a perfect opportunity to try and get a few more fish on camera, try and follow where the fish are, so we've ended up in here. Now this swim doesn't really need too much of an introduction. It's called the North Bank for a reason. Obviously it's the point of north. It's a fairly big old swim, this one. You've got a fair bit of water to play with. All different kind of levels in here. It runs anywhere from about, say, around about 9 foot all the way to 2 or 3. The weather's going to be a little bit mixed for this one, so we'll see how we get on. Once again, I'm using the 2 rods. And I'm going to be using my boat to get a little bit of bait out with my solid bag, a little bit of the old flake maize again. Got about 48 hours for this session, so let's see how many we can pull out of this swim. Well, it looks like I got set up just in time. Just about got the rods out, and now it is absolutely heaving it down. It's going to be like this all the way through, I think. I think we're due quite a lot of thunderstorms, so I'm praying at the moment that I don't get a bite, because if I do, I'm going to get really wet. And just like that, we're back to normal. That must have been about a month's worth of rain in about half an hour. That was pretty brutal. So I'm hoping that we don't get anything like that for the rest of the day. I've just checked the forecast and it's saying now that we should be pretty dry until tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Now that the weather's calmed down a little bit, I'll also show you where I'm fishing, because I haven't actually done that yet. So the rod on the left is straight out in front of me, right on the point of this island, probably about half a rod length off. And then the second rod is tucked away right over in this corner, right up against that little bank of reeds sticking out. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, and would you believe it? Well, I can assure you that wasn't pre-planned, but it worked out okay. They have literally just spawned, so looking pretty thin, that one. Definitely well spawned out. A little bit of damage on it I need to treat. But yeah, they did have a bloody good go at it over the last week or so. So I've just finished that. Yeah. Trouble is, the fish I'm going to catch now are going to be a little bit underweight, but it is what it is. Right, going to get it back, get the rod back out. Now, I can hear a few people screaming through the TV going, "What the hell bivvy is that behind you?" Well, let me show you. It's made by Solar, and its name is the Quick Up Shelter. Now, it may look massive, but it's really, really easy to put up, and it's very lightweight. I guess the closest thing I could compare it to would be like the Nash Blockhouse, though I think that this model existed before that. So the way that it goes up is it basically just, it folds flat out, and then you just basically put the legs up on it. It's really quick to put up. It's no different to like sort of like putting up my Titan hide or anything like that. You know, it's a very fast bit of kit. It comes with this little fly sheet that goes over the top, and that kind of gives you a second skin for condensation. Inside in the roof panel, you've got this kind of like mozzie mesh kind of like ceiling, and that basically allows the airflow as well, so it reduces the condensation. This thing hardly condensates at all. Size wise is really, really big. I like to put my chair kind of like facing down the side, and then I've got room for my my day chair. My bivvy table's there, and then moving around in here is my boat and my other bits and bobs. The panel at the back is a removable panel, so you can open it right up, so you can walk all the way through it pretty much. So you can allow airflow through the summer months, and that panel's also got a mozzie mesh on it to stop the insects getting in. There is a Mark II version of this shelter now, where it comes with a panel for the roof, so you can do that up if you want to. But for my needs, I don't really need that. I've never really been bothered by it. It's a really nice little bit of kit. So there you go. There's the Solar Quick Up Shelter. I'm not sponsored by solar or anything like that. It's just something that I've had for a number of years now. I really like it, and I would recommend it. Mine's been through the wars. I've had it for coming on 3 years now. I don't use it all the time. It is nice to use it every now and again, just for a change. Well, it's moving on into the evening now. We're getting on to about 9 o'clock. So far, it's been pretty quiet since the fish earlier on. Probably worth mentioning, I did get down here for about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're going to see whether or not we're going to start having fish during the night now. The last few videos we haven't had any. So hopefully, now that they've spawned, that situation may change a little bit. However, I've been saying that situation will change for the last 3 videos and it hasn't. So it is what it is. Good morning. Well, again, very quiet on the rods last night. Not even a liner. Nothing at all. From about 10 o'clock last night, it went completely dead. So that was that. And since then, 0. So just about to have a bit of a recast, check everything's okay, and see what today brings. Well, if I had one word to describe today, I think I'd use the word quiet. It's been pretty uneventful all day today, which is quite surprising because judging by the weather behind me, it's been like this all day. We've had a lot of cloud cover, a lot of rain, a little bit of wind, really carpy conditions, but no bites. I have seen a lot of fish today. That's the one thing that I have seen, is I've seen fish all over, mainly shown behind me in the open water. So what I've done is I've relocated the left-hand rod that was fishing by the island, and I've just moved that out into the deep water now. It's probably fishing in around 8.5 foot of water, but I have seen a lot of fish patrolling up and down sort of like that area all day. So I thought to myself, well, you know, we might as well give it a go out there for a night and see what happens. Same approach again, little bit of flake maize in the boat and a little bit of pellet in the bag, and we'll see what that produces tonight, if anything. Good morning. So I've literally just brung the rods in. Nothing again last night. What a surprise. Just started raining, so just taking a little bit of shelter at the moment. Wait for this rain shower to pass and then I'll get the rods back out. Got a little bit more time today, probably about 6 hours left of fishing till I have to eventually get off the bank and actually do something around here. So still hope yet, but yeah, pretty quiet. I think the temperature has made a bit of a difference to this session, because we've gone from that really hot weather to all of a sudden, you know, chopping off sort of up to 10 degrees of temperature really. And with the rain and stuff, you know, they've only just spawned, so maybe that's affecting the session, I don't know, but we'll see. We've still got time. Well, there we have it, right at the death. Never in doubt. Good way to end the video as well. So time for me to get packed up, but yeah, not a bad little session really. Just a little bit quieter than what it usually is, just because of the spawning, I think. But one more video to cover then. We'll cover the Long Island swim, and that'll be the last video to cover on the lakes. So thanks for watching. Tight lines. See you in the next one.